Someday my prince, as in Prince William, will come from the 1937 Disney film Snow White and Her Seven Midgets by Morey and Churchill. It's become a jazz standard. The A section of the song, here's the PDF tab. The A section is played slowly and freely. Mainly it's just the chords. The song has just a bunch of beautiful chords. That's it. It starts out with an F major 7 down here off the first fret. Common voicing for that chord. Next we've got an A7 sharp 5. First finger 5th fret, second and third fingers on the 6th fret of the G and B string. We've got an open A and the melody note on the 3rd string. Now here's an interesting chord, a B flat major 7 flat 5. You might be familiar with this major 7 shape. So this is the 5th of the chord. That has to go down to a flat 5, so you have to change your fingering. And the melody note on the G string again to a D augmented chord. You know, an augmented is just a triad with a raised 5th. You can play that like this. Then we've got a G minor 7. You can either play it this way or simply barring. And I'm picking not the A string, so the bass and the upper voices are separated. You know, Johann Sebastian Bach liked to write his songs that way, the bass and the upper voice is separated. The next chord is the D7 sharp 5. I've got an open D note and first finger 5th fret, third finger 7th fret, B string, second finger 6th fret. Again, I do my little rolling arpeggio, it's my habit. Melody note on the B string. A G9 with a 9 on top. Otherwise looks like a G7 chord, but with a 9 on top. To a C7, dominant 7, up on the 8th fret. Melody note going up. 9th and 10th fret, B string. To a G minor 7, up on the 12th fret. Now we've got an interesting chord, A flat diminished 7 sharp 5 is what I call it. Kind of a handful, but not that difficult. You've got to bar the E and B string on the 12th fret with your little finger. Then second finger 11th fret, A string, third finger 12th fret, D string, first finger 10th fret, G string. Melody note on the top to a G7 suspended. Back to the C7 with the melody note going up. And that whole shape repeats. G minor 7. A flat diminished, G7 suspended, and then I go down to a C7 flat 9 on the 3rd fret. The whole thing repeats. F major 7, A7 sharp 5, B flat flat 7, flat 5, B flat major 7, flat 5, D augmented, G minor 7, D 7 sharp 5, G9, C7. Now the second time, you've got the second ending, goes to a C minor 7, and the melody note down to a major 7, up to an F13 with a root on the 13th fret. It's a pretty common 13 shape. Melody note I slide down with the little finger to a B flat major 6. Melody note, little finger raises and back down. Back to that A flat diminished shape. And I like to slide down with the little finger there. Now we've got a F major with a C in the bass. Getting hard for me to bend the joint on my third finger now to get this note. Then melody note, 11th fret, which is the 4th of that chord, to a G minor 9. So we got a 9 again on the top, but a minor third, to a C major chord with a 5th on the top, to a regular F major chord. Little turnaround, sliding into the G minor 7, C7 flat 9. Now we get into the B section, which has the swing tempo. Sounds like this. That's the first half of it. So it's exactly the same as the first part of the song, except now you've got a bouncy rhythm in there and a bass note. So sometimes the bass note starts from a half step below in the case of the F major 7. Then I'm just rocking back and forth between the bass and the upper voices. I'm using first, second, and third fingers to pick the upper voices. Now I've got a E to A bass line. That's the 5-1 of the A7 sharp 5 chord. So we've got with the melody note. Now sliding from a half step below the B flat major 7 flat 5. Now I've got a hammer on into the D augmented from an open A. So it's another 5-1 figure. Sliding into a G minor 7. Another 5-1. Open A, open D to the D7 sharp 5. I think I slide into the G9 up to the C7. Now it's just a rhythmic thing, there's no bass line really. So just adding a little rhythm to the chords there. Stopping the strings there for a rhythmic effect. Back to the C 7 flat 9. Repeats. The second part of the melody, the second ending. And repeating the little tag. And I end the song similar to the intro to the B section. Now you hold with your little finger, you go up to this F major 9 shape and slow the tempo down, then play artificial harmonics. That's going to be the 15th, 17th, 17th, 15th fret. Is that right? 12, 13, 14. That's right. And then I just tap the first fret with my first finger of my right hand to give it a bottom F note root. So the very last part. And that's the tune. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot. See you later.